We're cooking up a steak for breakfast, the usual stuff, steak, avocado, and then 2 eggs. And then I'll have some coconut juice. So come join me in cooking the steak. So for the most part, this is what most of my meals will look like if you didn't notice already. There's very specific reasons as to why I eat this kind of very clean diet. First of all, meat, red meat, is goated. It's goated. So in terms of protein sources, I would rank red meat at the top. There's a lot of essential nutrients in protein that you just can't get anywhere else. So there's that. I also specifically pick grass-fed and grass-finished red meat, seeing as that's the highest quality red meat that you can get. If you're eating the grain-fed stuff and the stuff that's not organic, then it's not gonna be optimal if I were to, give a word to it, because the grain-fed stuff, they're being fed hormone augmented GMO freaking feeds, and that's just gonna seep into the meat that you're eating. So although like the protein content is the same, it's also about the quality of protein rather than the quantity as well. I am a big believer in good quality macros as well. So 200 grams of plant-based protein is not equal to 200 grams of animal-based protein. Like, I would highly stack the animal protein a lot. I would prioritize the animal proteins a lot higher because it's probably just more bioavailable and it has more essential nutrients, and it just tastes freaking delicious, bro. Tell me, you eat a steak and it just tastes delicious, bro. Like, if I'm eating some plant-based stuff, I don't know how bioavailable it is, and also it doesn't exactly taste that delicious. Like, I can just add salt and pepper to a steak and I'm good. I also include avocado because I do believe that it is a very good source of fats and it tastes delicious. You do need fats in your diet as well. Fats are very important for regulating your hormones. So there's one thing.
Tom, it's not how far we can push this, it's how much do we need to get these adaptations and what can we realistically recover from. Be much more realistic and they'll also be much more aligned with your goals. It's always a bad idea to say, I want to do X amount of sets. That comes up for you to decide. If you will do the amount of sets required to grow, not less and not more. But not someone who is that big. The amount of volume body needs to keep growing is insane. And keep in mind that we're talking about a guy who was attempted to reach 400 body needs to keep growing is insane. And keep in mind that we're talking about a guy who was attempted to reach, namely his diet and physiology. When it comes to working up, starting goal is not to get as big as possible. Just aim can easily get to 450 if you can eat as much as you can. But the problem is that I'm going to share with you guys because it is just fun to see how much food an actual human being can consume on a given day. Scroll down. On the side, I'll have 4 eggs. That's number 1. On meal 2 of the day, you realize how much food that is. Picture it to yourself. Picture a massive pot and understand that this massive pot is filled to the brim. Now visualize a human being eating that entire pot in a day.
I include eggs because, okay, of course there are additional protein, but I'm not doing it for the macro content. I'm doing it for, just how delicious eggs are, especially when you get a bit of yolk, kind of yolky egg, and you like mix it with the steak and the avocados, and you have this like yolky mixture, this kind of soup, this micronutrient soup. Also, eggs are very good at micronutrients as well. Oh my goodness, it's just heaven. It's just heaven. It's about, a good diet is about it being balanced and having nice high quality sources of food. So you have to see where you're sourcing food from. If it's microplastic covered, grain fed beef, then it's going to be a lot different to, freshly cut butcher, grass fed, grass finished sirloin steak. You know what I'm saying? So that's certainly an aspect of diet that you can be looking to optimize as well, besides just raw macros. Um, and then I use pink Himalayan salt as opposed to just normal sea salt, because sea salt has the potential for microplastics, whereas pink Himalayan salt is taken from the salt mines in I think it's in Afghanistan or something. And obviously, there's no microplastics in the freaking Himalayas for the most part. Ideally, though, you would have a Redmond real salt, because it's just one brand. They have this monopoly of in the salt mine in Utah, and they just it's one singular source of salt from one place. Whereas pink Himalayan salt is like many different brands, so you don't know the quality control and this that, right? So here in London, I'm actually eating exclusively Redmond real salt, seasoned stuff. So yeah, there's that. Steak is high in taurine, and well, I didn't know. Um, I think taurine is a amino acid, and I supplement every night with 3 grams of taurine. Um, I notice when I eat a diet high in taurine, I sleep so well. I sleep so well. So um, I don't know if there's any studies that show like, oh, if you eat red meat, your sleep quality will improve. I mean, there's definitely a lot of confounding and a lot of it's I'd imagine it's quite hard to do like a case control study, but just anecdotally speaking, like when I eat a lot of steak and a lot of taurine specifically, like I sleep very, very well. So yeah, that's super important, I think.
See in my life, but now that I've seen it, I want a movie about the guy. I'd actually watch this. But get versed into the powerlifting scene, you know that he's being trained by Josh Bryant, who runs Just How Strong, who is also highly respected by everyone in the industry because he coached in practice that is extremely diverse, as I've already presented. But there are a few aspects of that training that I want to, for example, is he'll use a neck harness, he'll tie himself to the sled, and he'll drive the sled using his neck. And if you think about it, this is a much more, you don't use your neck as something that's mobile. You fix your neck in a position and you push with your neck. So when you're training, everyone should train in. Who survived solely because their neck was thick and developed. A thick neck might be the difference between life and death. And saying a lot because it really shows that.
Delicious breakfast. Ready? I'll show you what we have. Something light. A full avocado, a sirloin steak, garlic butter basted, and then 2 eggs. I did add some butter and some olive oil. Avocado oil, actually. Y'all check this meal out, though. Come on, you tell me you eat a breakfast like this and you feel bad. That's impossible. Okay? If you're eating this all day, every single meal, I can assure you, you'll see some improvement in your health, in your biomarkers, your cholesterol, this, that. 100%. Okay, you guys are all eating takeout, fast food, garbage, trash. That's just not good for you. Highly processed, added sugar, this, that, seed oil, vegetable oil, grain-fed, hormone-filled food. And obviously you're gonna feel like crap, right? You eat this stuff, I can assure you, you're feeling great. But yeah, just in general, this whole kind of diet is to optimize my hormones, focusing on nice high quality sources of fats, protein. There's no carbs in this meal, but usually I would pair this with like a sourdough bread. I love sourdough bread, or I would do like a bit of fruit and honey as a dessert. This is quite a heavy breakfast, I'd say, so maybe have this meal as a dinner or something. But definitely a lot of my meals nowadays are centered similarly around the kind of basic principles that I outlined. You guys try this breakfast out for a little bit and see, how you guys feel on eating this. But I'm pretty certain that you guys would have a net positive benefit in your life if you guys ate like this, on a regular basis, or once in a while at least. I think there's there's nothing bad in this diet, from my understanding of things. I've tried many different diets, and oh, macros is macros and this, that. But like, I've come back to the conclusion that like, this is a diet that works for me and it's worked for a lot of people. These principles are, you know, very logically sound. So, yeah, this is the diet I follow.